What's going on, guys? Big Jim here, Sharp Obsession. We got a new knife in I'm pretty excited about. I'm gonna do some overview, a little bit of review. I have packed this knife and done some things to it, so we're gonna go over that a little bit, but if you'll hang in there with me. This is the new KB Zephyr. This was designed by KC of Tempest Knives, and he has his own channel. KC does a lot of YouTube reviews, and it really shows in this design because everything is very thoughtfully done, and you can really tell that somebody that is used to handling knives designed this knife. So a little bit of things to go over, and I may do a teardown video because this is an integral, as you can see. So really nicely done integral from KB or Kubi. This KB is their premium brand. Has some really good place jimping here for your thumb. Big, tall, huge flat grind on the blade. This is a very large knife. We're looking at like a 3.7 inch blade and a 4.65 inch handle. This is the DLC, full DLC version. The scales are DLC titanium, and the blade is M390 DLC. So very cool, full DLC shadow version, I call that, when they do the full DLC. Looks really nice. And method of deployment on this one is thumb studs. Don't have a front flipper or a rear flipper. But the thumb studs, man, they really work flawlessly. And if thumb studs are done, well, there is not too many things that's better. So, and this is done very well. On the milling, this is beautiful. They really done some good milling here, and access here is right here for everything, and it's just milled right in seamlessly. Very beautiful job. Even the lock bar insert is milled into the handle, and it looks really good. Does have some milling here, some kind of triangle shapes, which I assume that is mainly to lighten up the integral, because they can get heavy, because you can't do internal milling here like normally that you would. And I don't see that any was done on the lock bar side, but they did do some relief here, which is typical on the outside with an integral, because it's harder to get it on the inside. So it does have a place here for a lanyard, and it does have a reversible pocket clip. Good job. The milling does match the scales on the pocket clip. Pocket clip's a little firm, but we can check it. I used it in my blue jeans and did not have any trouble, but mine may have been a little different than your experience. So just put in the comments below if you've had a different experience with this clip. But a few size comparisons. This is the Tempest Fractus, fairly large size knife, but definitely larger than the Fractus. The KB Supercell, all of these are KC's designs, still larger than the Supercell, and of course the Microjet little guy. But thought we would share a few of Tempest designs there. Let's get a weight on this guy, see what kind of weight we got on it. All right. Let's see here where you can see it. Alright, weight on this is 4.8. It's less than I would have thought. 4.8. 4.8. Let's see where that comes in with the supercell. 4.2, very close. For an integral with very little. 4.3. Weight relief on there, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. So let's start. I'm going to actually do a teardown of this. I think it would be real interesting because these are different on integrals. I've done a lot of integral breakdowns on the Tuyas. They've done a lot of integrals in the last year or so. So let's do a teardown of this knife because it's a lot simpler than it seems. Now, I have added skiffs to this already, but I did want to share this with you. Everything here is T8. So let's take the pocket clip off first. And I'll show you how easy this is. Okay. Second thing is this is a captive pivot. So you just start with the pivot here. Apparently I locked that in place. Well, I did. Didn't remember doing that. Alright. Now, we'll pull this out and we will take our bit driver here, push out the captive pivot, and everything else kind of just falls out. Okay. I have to do some cleaning here. And sometimes getting these bearings out can be a chore. And like I said, these are skiff bearings I put in there. They did help with the smoothness. And seems that this is locked into place. There it goes. There we go. Now, once you get into the opening, you'll see, if I can get this to show. Okay, you have full access to this, and there is a steel washer on this side. The lock pin is here if you do need to take that out, but everything is serviceable. Really cool design. The captive pivot here on this side is milled into the pivot here, so as you can see, this is milled in on that edge right there. If you can see that, it's got a little milling hole there, so that locks into here, and then it makes it easy to keep that pivot captive. So we're going to do some cleaning. We'll get our nice new white Devo cloth, spray it with some alcohol, and clean up all of our pieces that we can get to. Looks like the DLC is done very well, this knife. So, clean the pivot up. Looks real nice. And the little window collar. Apparently I glued in place very well. I just use Loctite typically. And the steel washer here. Okay. Now let's take the pivot. screw. I'm going to take and clean that up as well while we got it apart. Make sure that's all cleaned up real nice before we go back together. Alright. Main thing here is make sure that your steel washer is in place, as you can see. And you want to start your captive pivot. Make sure, I'm going to turn the light up a little for me, that I can see very well here where it's at. And should start back fairly easily. Get that locked into place. Feels like that's pretty close. Just have to make sure that this is locked into place. There it is. Alright, once that's locked into place, let me get my lube. And today I'm going to use that ultralight. I don't want ultralight. Give me a second. Here we go. I got some ultralight, but I'm not going to use that. This is the heavy. I like a heavier lube. This KPL heavy is really good. I'm going to slide that right down on that. Make sure it's seated real nice. Clean all that up where you make a mess. Now, this is important. Need you to push out that pivot until it's at the very end of the knife and not push that out like I just did until it's at the very end where you can slide that blade in. Okay, so after you do that, you want to slide this blade in really easily. Line those holes up. I find it's easier if you remove the pressure off of that lock bar to line this up correctly. There we go. Make sure our pivot's lined up correct. That looks good. The next thing is we're going to apply some oil to this bearing, like so. Too heavy. And then the washer, steel washer, goes down the end, and then your plate, cover plate, covers everything up. Really one of the best designs that I've seen on a integral or integral. It really is. I don't know who put so much Loctite on there. You may know who that guy might be. Alright. Now, I'm going to start this by going in reverse and then going forward. I'm not going to tighten it up yet. Just going to get close here to where we are right now. I'm going to lock that in place. And then I'm going to tighten this down. If you take the pressure off of this lock bar when you're trying to do this, it allows that to seat properly. If you leave that locked out, it will not seat properly, as you can see. So always take your blade and then unseat it and then tighten it down to where it kind of gets snug. Alright, And I'm going to put my clip back on here on my clip and run it down like so. Okay, now time to check centering. So don't just jam it down there. Make sure your centering is good so it don't hurt anything, and that looks really nice. Okay, now this is where I set the tension. Make sure that it don't drop to cut my finger off. Then you just tighten it up a little at a time. And I mean micro adjustments. And that there is very nice. I like a slow fall. Falls real nice, but falls evenly. That feels really good. Alright, I did forget to put a little lube on that detent ball. And I can hear it, so give me a second. See if I can get a light. And look down in there. Of course, that's going to stick to my microphone. Looks like that detent ball is right there. Okay, take a little bit KPO heavy. Just put a drop on it right there. A lot better. Okay. Very cool. Alright, so that's pretty much it on this knife. Just clean up your mess, and this DLC cleans up really nice compared to a lot of DLC that I see. Pretty much just take any kind of cleaning cloth and wipe it off, and it cleans up real good. So good job, KB, on this one. So now I do have an affiliate link with KB, but now KB, I think they're making some changes, and I don't have an affiliate link with them at this time. But if you are looking for something from KB knife, you can use code I think it's Jim Garrett on that one to get 10% off. Nope, actually I think that's 20%. Well, don't hold me to it. It's either 10 or 20%, but hopefully it's 20. And get it off for you guys. It does if you use that link, and I'll link it in the description, it will help the channel and give you a little discount as well. So thank you for your support. Thought I'd just show that teardown. You all have a great day, and God bless.